Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. As you can see by the title below, this is on episode 2 of Qualidea Code. Yep, still not sure if that's how you say it, but we're gonna keep going with that. Pretty much what happened to this episode, how do I feel about it? All I could say is, what the hell? We already have the famous beach fan service episode? Really? Now, I know, like, this is a generic kind of anime. Of course it's gonna have fan service. Of course there's probably gonna be a beach episode somewhere in there. But I was not expecting it to be straight up in the second episode. Like, you don't do that. This is the kind of episode that feels like it would be several episodes in already. Like, we're like way later into this, where we already had, the world building episodes, the character building episodes, and instead, all we get really is a little bit of world building, a little bit of telling of what happened to the world. Pretty much all we got to see at the beginning was, of course, about, the world was getting attacked by the unknown. Yeah, that name, I swear, it keeps coming to me. Every time I hear it, I'm like, dang, couldn't have thought of a better name. Unknown. Yeah, they're unknown. I guess let's just call them the unknown, but whatever. And then pretty much they put all the kids to cold sleep, and pretty much after that they wake up and pretty much all the adults are dead. There still are some adults. I'm not too sure if that's like they lived and survived over the war, or was it because, like, obviously we see the two people we see was Kasumi and Asuha, the sister, the Chikusa siblings. And pretty much what happens is we see them, like, at the beginning, like, they're little kids. So they've already grown. It's been like years away. So maybe the adults were teenagers and other adults. Nah, not really. They're just adults. I'm not too sure, like, how these adults lived, like how they survived the thing, but I'm guessing there's not a lot of adults left. But yeah, like, really, it didn't make sense why we didn't get more. Like, I don't know what the main plot of this is, what the main story is. Sure, we got some plot. Yeah, we got to see all the girls in their bikinis, but that was pretty much the only plot that you get in this episode, with maybe a little bit of a hint of showing after they destroyed, took out that one unknown at the very end in the waters. Like, usually they need, like, a gate or something for them to come, and this time they didn't, and it was pretty much looking at the barriers and everything, testing it, and now it looks like at the end they were like, oh, looks like they're going to be attacking or something like that. So that's a little bit going towards what some of the plot may be. They're going to get attacked, but I still don't really get what the main storyline of this is, who our characters really are. I still really hate Ichiya. He's just plain irritating, obnoxious throughout the whole episode. I don't really understand, like, in the opening and the ending, it shows that, like, and before that, it shows that there's a connection between, him and, Canaria, and they had, like, a thing going on. They were really, when they were little, and there was probably a lot of traumatic stress and stuff like that. So there is opportunity to show some of the backstory behind our characters, but still we have none. Instead, they decided, let's have a beach episode, let's put the girls in bikinis. Like Canaria, we didn't even get to hear her sing in this episode. That was one of the things I enjoyed in the first one. And also, like, why did she put a bikini on if she wasn't even going to go swimming, because she can't swim? It made no sense, besides the point of, yeah, she's got a nice body, and I'm not saying, I disliked seeing her in a bikini, but it didn't really make sense, Like, why? Kasumi, honestly, so far is my favorite character of this show at the moment. He's this lazy dude, but he can also be a pretty badass, and it's always cute to see him teasing his sister and everything at the very end. Like, oh, what did you say? Can you say that 5 times again? Oh, thank you, Oni-chan. And she gets all mad at him. It's really cute to see. We have pretty much the 6 of them. You have, Hotaru and Mahime, and, Hotaru pretty much has, like, an obsession with Mahime, so there's that going on there. Like, in this episode, you saw her, like, she has an addiction. She's like, I need her, I need to go back to her, come on, let's hurry up. I love how they split the group, so that was pretty funny seeing. You got these 3, which is horrible people to pick to be together, and also you can see that the work down there was not as efficient as the work up top with, the other girls. But then you got the 2 siblings, and then you got, of course, the childhood friends together. So it's interesting to see that kind of dynamic going into the the three separate groups that are going on right there. I was hoping to also learn more about the different factions, different schools, kind of thing, different sections, like their school. So yeah, and we didn't really get anything on that either. Like I said, the only thing that was cool in this was the whole thing with Kasumi putting his head in the water, having the rock being thrown in. All of a sudden, it's like a sonar echo. I'm guessing that's his world power. And all of a sudden, boom, takes the thing out. That was the only cool part. And I like Kasumi for that, and because he's a badass, and because he's teasing his little sister, which is pretty cute as well. They're kind of cute kind of thing going on there. Obviously, her getting jealous and everything throughout the episode as well. But that was pretty much the only character building I saw. Like Kasumi showing that he's not just always going to be lazy, he also can be a badass, That was practically the only character building that I saw in this episode. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode. It really just didn't make sense. It was pretty much just like a fan service kind of filler episode. Like, it wasn't even needed. And if anything, if you wanted to put a fan service episode, you'd put it later on in the season, not the second episode, where we still don't know a lot about the world, about the enemy, about our characters. It just felt like it was just they didn't give a crap and just threw it in. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe in these next episodes we will get more stuff going on. Maybe it will get better. But at the moment, at the first episode, I was like, it's generic, but it's enjoyable. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed, seeing the different fractions of the schools and everything. I enjoyed seeing the different world powers. I enjoyed the singing. And this episode, all I can say is, yeah, sure, awesome. We got to see the girls in bikinis. That was awesome. We got to see Kasumi be a badass. That was all I could say, really. And that's kind of disappointing for a second follow-up episode, where you feel that at least we get more, introductions of all the characters, introduction to the world, more stuff to learn about and know about what this anime is about. But at the moment, we don't really know much. Hopefully it gets better in the next episodes. But yeah, it's really all I gotta say. Besides, also almost forgot, the opening I did enjoy. I actually haven't heard a song by Lisa in a while, and I really enjoyed the song. The visuals are pretty good too. The ending was also really nice as well. So at least that had it going. That was two things that I did enjoy in this episode as well. So at least we had that. But that was pretty much it, guys. That's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. It really does help the channel. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Can't wait to see if next episode will be better or not. Will we get more info on everything? Because right now at the moment we didn't really get anything. We just got fan service, and which is not a good start for a second episode. Like, I don't really understand that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.